everybody. Welcome back to the channel. As you can probably tell, I'm out here at the feedlot. Just finished chores. Jared just finished spraying our last field of soybeans. We are officially done spraying soybeans, unless we have to respray, which we sometimes do. We grow all non-GMO soybeans for either for seed or for the Far East. And we have a special sponsor today. I call it the hat sponsor. Garrett Tractor. Garrett Tractor from, they got about 10 locations. Anyway, they just dropped that drill off the other day. We got something a little different today. Wesley and I are on a mission. We're on a mission to go to one of Jared's farms to do what we call gravel beds. Some people call them dry wells or whatever, I don't know. What we do, we dig a hole down, find the tile. We do this in the low spots. We've got some pretty stout clay up here in North Kent, Southampton. The water doesn't always drain out all that well. So what we do these gravel beds. We're just going to fill one right now. What Jared did, he had our tiler come along yesterday. We have our own backhoe, but it's not here at this time. And our tiler was going right by the field, and he tiled that farm anyway. So Jared just had him dig the hole for us. And I'll bring you back when we get to the farm where the gravel bed's going to be. We have a farm just north of here, Jared owns, and we must have put in 10 or 15 of these gravel beds, and it has made a huge difference. What happens when it rains, it all goes to the low spot. If you got a gravel bed there, the gravel holds the water and lets it seep into the tile. If it has to go through the clay, quite often the clay gets compacted and it doesn't want to go through. So this gravel really helps out. Plus the gravel holds a certain amount of water waiting for the tile to take it away. Anyway, like I said, I'll bring you back when we get there. I'm just actually going by a hayfield. I want to show you this hayfield. We seeded this hayfield last year, the first week of September, and we seeded it with a drone. And I only wanted to do that because the drone guys were saying how great it was and everything. You know, we can plant all your crops with a drone. You don't need to driverless tractors and all this crap. Well, it was okay, except a little bit of, didn't quite get all the corners, but got a hell of a cover. Got a really good coverage. It's not quite flowering yet. I see a few people have cut their alfalfa. That isn't flowering yet, so I'm gonna wait. It's supposed to rain this afternoon and tomorrow. I'm gonna wait till we get about 3 nice days. I'll drop that little bit of hay. This is a little corner field. It's odd shaped. It's only about 4 acres. I think 4 or 5. 4, I think. It's just hard to plant, hard to spray, hard to work. So we just stuck it into hay. Plus we need a little bit of hay anyway. Just going by a wheat field on Monday. Today's Wednesday. On Monday we sprayed, well, he sprayed some Saturday. This field was sprayed Monday with fungicide. So I guess we've, what Daniel from Triple R Farm says, we've laid it by. We are done with this wheat until harvest time. the next time we're in that wheat field, we'll be in there with the combine. And like my cousin says, it's 6 weeks from head to bread. So 6 weeks from Monday, we should be combining, which will put us about the 14th or so of July, 13th, 14th, right in there. So we'll see how close he was when we get there. Okay, we're at what I like to call the scene of the crime. And if you look down in this hole, you can see the tile. He's exposed this tile, and what we're going to do is we'll drive along and basically we'll fill that up to the top with gravel in a few spots. And I've got my associate Wesley here. How are you, Wes?
Good, good.
And as I mentioned before, today we're sponsored by Huron Tractor.
Yeah.
They're our hat sponsor.
They're a hat provider. Official hat provider, yeah.
Yeah, for the farm division, we've decided, Wes and I, not only do they sponsor us here on the farm,
yeah,
but also at the University of Guelph.
True.
They are our official hat sponsor. Everybody needs a hat sponsor. Anyway, wow, he did a lot of digging. There's something you don't see every day. He has put in a upright gravel bed here inside a tile. And I didn't even know that was here. And what that does, it just gives the water a chance to get into the tile. And what we're going to do here somehow is fill this hole full of gravel, which is not going to be easy, but we'll see what we can do. This is kind of the low spot of the field. All the water runs here. And we're gonna go at this. I'll bring you back before I fill it in. I brought a bucket of gravel, and Wes has a wagon load. Everybody's got an old wagon at home. It's a cat's ass. This one here, the floor's bad in it. It's a good old wagon. Rather than take it to the scrapyard, we decided to dedicate it to filling in gravel beds. This is kind of what it looks like. What we've done is dumped a bunch of gravel, and we filled it up to the top of the ground. Now what we'll do, we'll back up, put a little more back there, put a little more in here, and it's going to be just tough enough to get close enough for this mud. But anyway, we'll see what we can do here. This fun, isn't it, Wes? Oh man. Wes and I, we get all the good jobs. This is one of the good jobs, Wes. And actually, if nothing else, it makes him want to go back to school. Well, that's about got this job. We filled in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 piles. What do you think, Jared? Oh, I think we got enough in it. Yeah, that about did it for the tile project. What we're gonna do, I'll come back when it dries out a little more and level it up. And before we put the drill away, we'll come back and plant that little bit. There's just a little corner there, and it all drowned out, but it's only the 3rd of July or 3rd of June, so we can plant that easy and get a few beans off it. And I've, whether you've noticed or not, I've kind of changed the channel a little bit. I just don't have time to get around to other operations. So what I'm doing is a lot like a lot of the YouTubers. I'm just filming what we're doing on the farm. it's hard to work 10 hours a day and then go somewhere and film somebody. So that's what I'm doing, and I'll keep that up until we get caught up. The next job on our list, we're going to, as Daniel says from Triple R Farms, we're going to lay our corn by. We'll go and side dress our corn, and that's what Daniel calls laying it by. We just call it being done. Anyway, I'll see what other things I can get into today. I'll maybe bring you back when we get side dressing. I think we're gonna, if it don't rain, we're gonna get side dressing today.